So NC Gamer 17 guys, so today we're talking about Pokemon Legends ZA leaks. So this guy says take this with a grain of salt, rough like the beginning of the season, so I mean the leak season or maybe the trailer. Electric, rough rag. And this is it. So this is the first, the first one I think I'm gonna do, and I think this one doesn't look like it's actually legit. The graphics it looks like it could be, but other from that, it does not really look like it is going to be. This does not look like it's really. It looks like it's fake. It's not fake, but I don't think it's true because it just doesn't look like it, and you can see like he used the iPhone, so swiping. So that's another thingy. Like he used probably the iPhone. When you take a screenshot, you can draw things and color over certain things. So he's not giving us the full picture either. So that's another thing. Now this guy, he's another person who gets information. So he's not one who's he covers a lot of leaks. Now we're gonna go to the second post. Yeah, and there's also all this code thingy saying, 5 something 6 in the game of X and Y. There was this power plant area where you saved people, so we're gonna go to the second one. New potential PDSP leaks. Take this if it could be fake. So Megani, they think in Japanese this says the Meganiite. It means in Pokemon when an item says that, it means this is the Mega Stone, so a Mega Evolve Megania. Megania is the final evolution of Chikorita. Now, when I looked at this, the Mega Stones, if these would be the legit, they look amazing, in my opinion. They look really good. They look like how, in X and Y, just the screen is much bigger. And, there's also Wooloo's evolution, Dump, I can never. And then there's that thing, is just a drawing. So, again, does not look like it's real. The Mega Stones, I really think it could be real. But also, doesn't seem that either, because they're also, you see this white area. So it means, again, you got whoever's leaking these out might have a version of the game, or someone is leaking this out or making fake leaks and they look really legit. That could always be another thing, because that has happened in the past. I would say it has happened. Not I don't really remember there was a I remember X and Y a lot. They were dropping it out so many trailers, so there wasn't. And the Korra, after I think the Korra, also with Omega Ruby, Aura, same thing. We got a lot of trailers before the game, so everyone knew all the Pokemon before the game, all the new Megas, all the new things before the game even came out. Sun and Moon, they dropped a lot of trailers the Ultra Beast, but we didn't know how to get them even. So I guess that was good. Sword and Shield, there weren't that much trailers. There weren't a lot of spoilers, so it was good. And then they had the DLC, so had not so many trailers either. And then Legends Arceus, I think only had a couple trailers, and also Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl. Well, I feel like Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl didn't need trailers because it was just it was just the same version, just with a bit of difference on the Switch. So didn't really need that many trailers. Legends Arceus, they could have gave more trailers, but I guess they didn't want to spoil the actual game. That was good. Scarlet and Violet, kind of the same. Sword and Shield didn't do so many trailers. So I'm saying, if this all, we've not got a trailer yet. Now, usually we would have gotten one by now. So, if these leaks are real, or leaks are coming out, and these leaks are actually true, it means we're getting close to the season where they're going to give us a couple, 3 or 2 trailers before I think January or February. And I feel like they might release it actually on February. It could just be released the day they drop it. It could be released at Pokemon Day, so it would not be a bad idea, actually. It actually, I feel would be a good idea just to drop the game then. on Pokemon game. So like, you know, once the present is over, wherever you live, you can like play the game or buy it if you didn't pre-order it. So like, yeah, and the Meganium, I guess if Meganium was a Mega, it's kind of hard to tell what Pokemon, because Meganium is weak to a lot of things. It's only a grass type. If it was poison, I still think it could get better. But I see it more as poison dragon. Meganium. Now to, I think, the last leak. So, and then we're going. Now this says, take it if a grant, you know, Ariel's Mega. Take this if a grant of salt Mega, you know, Noivern would be good. And over here we see two Megas. I think one says the Abrolite, and another one I think says in Japanese. Just give me a minute. There's one that says, you know, Mega Owl. Now these two Megas, you know, these stones, they're very good. And then this one I couldn't even translate. So I think one is the bug from, give me a minute. I'm just going. Yeah, so these two are in Japanese. Now I don't really know these Megas. Now this one kind of looks like Garchomp. I don't know. I don't think that's even. Now these Megas, I love their designs for many reasons. Like, I'm just, you know, I don't believe, I kind of am really hoping these are going to be the Mega Stones. Like, the Mega Stones are gonna look like that. That's all I want. The text and that, like, cause it's not out and it doesn't, we're not seeing anything but the text and that, and only a bit of that. It's not really going to show us, so guys, this is, the pink one is Umbreonite, and the second one is Arielstite. So these two Pokemon, one is from Galar, one I think is from Sinnoh. Both Pokemon. Now they kind of make sense in my opinion, the colors for the stone. Now, if they would Mega, Ariel's I think is Spider Poison. So I think maybe we would change, I think maybe his type could be, let me think. Maybe we would make it, maybe they could do Fairy Fire. They haven't done that actually. I just noticed. And Umbreonite, it's a steel, I think, flying. So how about we keep that steel part and we change it to maybe electric? It could keep the wings and learn flying moves. Maybe it could also fly because it has wings. I don't think you need to be a flying type just to fly. Now this thing I don't need is looks like Sobble or Bagon, kind of, and also again blurred out that part. That's another thing, you know. Come on, these leakers are slacking. That's all I'm saying. When you guys wanna, like, you know, these, like, I guess maybe Nintendo has taken leaks down in the past. I remember in Sword and Shield there were like a lot of leaks before, like, I think in like July or August or September, like a couple of weeks, and November before the game. But then everyone had to take their leaked videos down. Like, you had to private them or you would get struck by Nintendo. So I remember that. So if these are true, like, you know, and if you legally have to do it, I remember I think everyone legally had to do it unless they wanted to go to court. And I don't think anyone really wants to go to court if Nintendo. Not saying they have a good track revenue of winning cases, but I don't think you want to win either. Well, maybe you do. Then you could keep your video, but then everyone gets to keep theirs. So I don't know about that. But I do know these leaks, these Mega Stones is what I really want to talk about. I don't really am caring that much about these blurred. I'm caring about the Mega Stones, because the Mega Stones is really what we know about AZ. That's kind of all we know. It's a futuristic, I think, game, or set. It's future and past. It could be like, there might be like, like maybe there is like something. That's kind of what I'm getting out. So, and all we know is the Mega Evolutions. We don't know anything. We know Mega. That's kind of the problem. So we right now have, all we know is the Mega Evolution part. We don't know anything else but Mega Evolution. So it makes it very hard to speculate what might be next. Like, Oh yeah, there's also this. I forgot to show this. This is the Steelix, and again we have that looks like something I don't know. Yeah, Mega Steel. And then this level 1 thing, so I don't even know what that is. Is level 1 if 9 HP. A 9 HP Pokemon is not going to survive a single move unless, ever. Now, what I think Legends EA, if they're bringing Megas, they could do in Legends Arceus where there's no Megas basically. You guys don't have abilities. Like, the Megas don't have abilities. So a lot of Megas, like Alakazam would be better, I would say. A Mega Alakazam would be better because his ability copies the opponent's ability. So literally can also make him very bad if you copy a bad Pokemon's ability. So if there's no abilities, Alakazam would be overpowered. Now, what I really would like in Pokemon Legends Z, I don't think they're gonna do this, so I was hoping they did in Scarlet. If you play with your friends, you guys, it's all whatever. If you're all in a group doing the same thing, if you're both at the same point, you could do the same battle together instead of needing whatever the NPC is there. You could choose that. Also, if you have a friend who says farther in the game, what their NPC, it would be add both of your levels together, making the battle even harder for the one who's not at your point, but probably you could still do it if a lot of strategy. Now, I don't think they would do that, but I do. What Legends Arceus was the first, I guess, hard Pokemon game, because the final boss, a lot of people struggled, and no one thought they were actually Volu was going to be that strong, and I was shocked how they made Volu that strong. Arceus was even harder to beat. So making a game like that, Legends EA might be even harder. They could bring Volu back. They're probably going to bring new characters so we're not in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Basically ancestors for other characters from they might even bring some ancestors from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Sato and Turu's ancestors would be nice to find out. I don't know what else. There is one more thing I'm going to show you. I'll see you in a bit. So guys, this guy has a concept idea for the box. Looking from it, it looks not that bad. It looks like every Pokemon is futuristic, and the green thing is green as usual. That's probably, they all look like Zygarde cell slots. Like, you can see the boxes are green, and it has a futuristic background from what we saw on the trailer. It had, you got, I don't think that's gonna be in the game even. We got not Torchic, Fletching, Bunny, Skiddo, Litten, Floette, Skirtrick, Furchwill, and Froakie. That's all the ones I know. But a lot of Kalos Pokemon are probably going to be in this game. Just like in Pokemon Legends ZA, we had a lot of basically Sinnoh Pokemon in that game actually. So just saying. And then there's this one's I guess the same, but it was Zygarde more cell version, but